We have Femi Shofoluwe, and he's a thoroughbred, passionate youth teacher with more than a decade hands-on experience. And today we're talking about coping with the frustration and stress of parenting, right?
That's right.
It's great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
yeah, it's a thankless job being a parent. You know, Father's Day just went across, okay, at least just one for us, and the other one's for the mothers and the women. But then, parenting is something that a number of people, maybe, I don't know, if there's a school for parenting, you get to, I think it's one that maybe people get to learn a lot of things along the line as they go. But something we know, it's not an easy job. First of all, let's talk about it. What are the most prevalent, or what are the most common frustrations and stress that parents would face when it comes to raising up kids?
Someone also said that having a child makes you a parent. Having two of them turns you to a referee. That is the first frustration a parent, especially when you have more than one, is going to face. And except you are getting paid as a referee, it's not an interesting job.
At all.
All right. Then two, sometimes you set out your life, you know what you want to achieve, you have your goals. Then when a child comes in, especially when it's unplanned, sometimes your plans are toppled. Then you can begin to feel frustrated and you begin to feel stressed as a result of that.
Okay, so how do you deal with this ones now? Like you said, when it's one child, when it's two child, it starts becoming quite an issue. How do you particularly deal with these particular circumstances?
When you have a child or even more than one of the first things you want to do as a parent in order to be able to deal with stress is to give them room to grow and learn. You see, if you allow your children to depend on you all the time, you are going to have a lot of problems, because that means they are going to be stressing you out every time. You give them room to make decisions for themselves. You allow them to grow. Then you guide them, okay? If they just have to keep coming to you every now and then in order for them to get something sorted out, that is a very tasking way that can easily weary you.
Giving them room to make decisions for themselves, isn't that should be age dependent? From what age should that start? Because you can't just from the beginning start allowing them to make decisions for themselves.
Actually, I tell you the truth. From the time your child is like 1, okay, there is a level of independence you should begin to give them.
Just from 1? From
1, yes. Because from that point, their cognitive, order has started forming. They know, they are already learning what is good from what is wrong. From that point, it is good to start learning on how to make them independent of you. They can hop their pants by themselves. When they go to toilet, you can teach them to wash their hand from age 1.5. My own kids have been doing that. So no, they don't need anybody to follow them to the toilet from the time they are like 1.5.
Okay. All right. So and then it comes to an issue where maybe talking about the mothers, I know where a lot of people start dealing with, after giving birth, depression and all of that when it comes to, especially the mothers, added to how that comes in. Is there anything that you can say for parents how to deal with that particular situation? I'm
going to tell any parent in that situation to take advantage of every available opportunities around them. Every support that they can get, they should go for it. If you can afford house help, you can afford a nanny, please get them. This is going to help you a lot in order to deal with stress. You can take advantage of age group, in church or in mosque, wherever you worship. They have this age group thing that they do. Allow your children to go for such meeting, you understand? And when they are out, you can quickly use that to rebuild yourself and refresh. You can take advantage of this. You can even send them on weekend holiday to go and meet grandma and grandpa if their place is safe and you are sure that they can take care of them pending that time that they are going to be out. Use that time to take care of yourself, rejuvenate, rebuild. Then by the time they are back, they won't meet the grumpy, angry, and annoying you when they come back.
How do you make out? Now, this is something I get to ask a number of people. When in our society as it is now, a lot of parents have maybe to run 1 or 2 jobs and all that, trying to make ends meet, and then they don't have so much time to be around the children. So that makes it so that whenever they are around, they try to, whenever the children come up with issues, they're always on that kind of, they're stressed normally from what they are doing, not even from parenting
Not even from parenting.
Stress from maybe work, from, colleagues and every other thing outside, and they now transfer that aggression into the house. How do you deal with
that? Is
such
where
a
balance
scenario?
comes in. You don't take your problem of work to your house.
That's easier said than done.
I once met a man who has a tree in front of his house, and he said anytime he's coming from work, he rubs his hand on the tree before he enters. People ask him, why do you always do that? He said he does that to remind himself that every problem, every anger, every annoyance he has received from work today, this is where they hang. So he comes in refreshed. When he's going back in the morning, he said he pick it up from that tree and take it back to office to go and resolve it. So you need to learn how to offload what belongs to your office in your office. Don't bring it home. You understand? And when children need your attention, you need to communicate with them. By the time, for example, you are tired and you came back from work and your child wants you to read with them, and that time you are trying to, none of us want to work forever for somebody. You want to use that little time to build something for yourself in future so that they will not suffer. You need to communicate with them. Let them know the purpose of what you are doing. You think they don't learn. They are actually learning. Even when they cannot speak yet, you can, reach terms with them. You know what, just give me 30 minutes and make sure if you agree on that, 30 minutes, stop whatever you are doing, attend to them. All right. So you need to learn to
non-verbal communication with them at that particular time. Are there any other pointers that you have with dealing with such stress and frustration?
Yeah, I'm going to say be consistent in your dealing with your children. Okay. When you are consistent with them, they learn that they respect you, they respect your opinion, and they learn how to cope with whatever it is you are doing. You understand? So consistency is key. If they know that your yes is your yes and your no is your no, that is going to create a boundary for them that they should not be crossing. All
right, thank you so much for all that you were able to give us in this particular short time that we have. Thank you.